That is it. That's it, guys. Like, I wish that I could fucking it's so frustrating because we have the fucking most valuable information in the world right here. And so how much time do you spend between when you think about doing something and do it? There is no value in trying to predict the future. Let me say that again. There is no value in trying to predict the future. The only way to know what is going to happen in the future is by controlling the moment that is right now. Reality is a lagging indicator of what you do in the moment. Are you being more or are you being less? That is it. That's it, guys. Like, I wish that I could fucking it's so frustrating because we have the fucking most valuable information in the world right here. We have the most valuable information in the world, and because it seems so simple, even though we know it's not, because it seems so simple, people let it go right over their heads all the fucking time. We had a guy yesterday purchase the mastery method, just the mastery method by itself, right? Hits our team up today, and he's like, guys, feeling it. And granted, like, this is a program where we never send refunds. Like, I've sent like 2 refunds and like 600 payments or something. And like, guys just don't end up unhappy here for the most part. And this guy hits us up. He watched like a module at half, and he's like, hey guys, like, what's the deal here? Like, I'm kind of doing this deal. And just a day before, he's like, I'm already doing all this stuff. Just a day before, he was pouring out to me how fucked up his life was. And I was just like, dude, no, you're fucking not. Otherwise, you wouldn't be in this situation. And so think about what had to happen for that guy to literally convince himself that everything was fine again and that I didn't have the answer in such a short period of time. That is how powerful your brain justifying shit is. That's why I told you guys that story. In a short period of time, your brain can justify anything if you let it go for a moment. I literally, in my past, have overdosed 3 days in a row. 3 days in a row. Now think about what would happen. I would get out of the hospital and I'd be like, that fucking sucks. I'm never going to do that again. Ever. I'm done. And then within a 24-hour period, I would somehow justify that it was okay to go use again, and then get all the way on the other side to where like we ended up in the hospital again. And then again. What your brain will justify is absolute insanity. And like, yeah, that's an extreme example, but that's because I'm a fucking drug addict, right? Like, you all have your own examples. You all have your own things that you justify. A less severe example, like, dude, I have struggled with binge eating almost my whole life. And like, it's crazy how I can be like at times so committed to something, and we all have this, right? Like, so committed to something and then just blast food at like 10 p.m. It's the most bizarre thing. And then when I would do it, right, like at the end of me just like blasting like 3,000 calories in my kitchen of like random shit thrown together like I was fucking stoned, like I would think back and I would be like, dude, I don't even remember making that decision. Like who made that decision and told me it was okay? It's just being asleep at the wheel, dude. It is just being asleep at the wheel. It's fucking wild. And so ask yourselves right now, where am I asleep? Where am I not paying attention? Where can I be more? You realize how fucking simple those questions are? Those are the questions we need to be asking. All of you are smart enough to grow your fucking business. Like all of you are smart enough to grow your business. I know fucking idiots who slap cash. All of us do. That's because it's just not that fucking hard. You just have to trust yourself. But think about the idiots that you know that slay cash. They fucking think they're the smartest dudes in the world. They fucking believe in themselves. They just don't give a fuck. And they do it. And that's why it works. Like, business is just not that fucking hard.